Man, it's really the sugar time today, huh? BlackBerry, I tell you what, if you guys watched my video earlier, I gave you exact blueprints on how to play this out. I'm actually really excited to give a recap on this. I hope that you were able to take advantage of the buying opportunity today. We did see the retracement that I predicted would happen this morning, and BB, Blackberry LTD, is looking very good. I'm actually really excited to see where this goes, so we've got a lot to unpack today. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trace Trades, where we give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back I was about $30,000 deep in some medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money, and I'm happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. So if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me here to the community, make a couple people better off than they were before, that's all that I can ask for. Lastly, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now today, we're going to be calling an update here on ticker symbol BB, Blackberry LTD. As I stated this morning, I put this on everybody's radar and I said, hey, this stock is going to be a big runner in the future here, and I think you have a great opportunity to make some money. And I drew up a retracement this morning, and I said, you know, I think best case scenario, what you're looking at is a retracement down to either 1857 or 1742. And we saw it push through 1847 pretty relatively quickly, and it bottomed out pretty much exactly at 1742, which is the 50% retracement on the charts. So that couldn't have worked out any better for anybody out there looking to get a position in BlackBerry, and I hope that you were able to take advantage of that. And furthermore, just noticing this now, we've got a big fat freaking double bottom right here, which I like to call the George W. And the George W is a great sign on a chart. This is super bullish. It is a stair-stepping George W. And we are looking really, this is as bullish as you can possibly look. So we're going to talk about a couple different things here on the chart today. I've got 3 different indicators pulled up, which are the RSI, the Relative Strength Index. Anything over 70 is overbought. Anything under 30 is oversold. The 200 EMA, which is the Exponential Moving Average. And this is a price action based valuation trend line over a 200-day moving period, and then the 15-day VAMA, which is a volume adjusted moving average, or you might need to use the VWAP or the MA. Depends on your brokerage account. They're about the same thing. And this is just a price action based valuation trend line over a 15-day moving period, adjusted accordingly to the overall volume going into a stock. So we'll talk about what all 3 of these mean. I try to use 2 different time frames for these brokerage indicators, just because it gives you a better indicator and insight into both the short term and the macroscopic price action on a stock. So it's a good tool to help compare what's happening in real time. Let's talk about the overall volume coming into the stock here. Level off some levels of support and resistance. The whole 9 yards. Today was the buying opportunity, guys. Today was the chance to get in for as cheap as you possibly could. We got that chance. We saw the dip, and next time is up for the rip. And I'm telling you, BlackBerry is going to be absolutely filthy. So with that being said, let's just get right into the video. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to the guys over the Patreon. We're almost 600 members strong now. That's absolutely mind-blowing to me. I cannot believe that. You guys all rock. Thank you for the support. They will have access to the private Discord, as well as real-time insights to my personal trading. And we've got a lot of great stuff in here. We've got chat and questions, investing assistance, options trading, stock bot, which I actually will be showing you guys here today. Short-term plays, mid-term plays, long-term plays, SPAC plays, cold stocks, a whole bunch of different industries and sectors. And it's a great resource. We've got a lot of people in here that make a lot of money. I'm going to show you a couple of the earners and learners out here. 8% in 1 day. Absolutely filthy. We've got Flacco made 13% in 1 day, which is absolutely insane. We've got, I'm not going to say his name, but you can read it. We'll call him Elon Musk. 49% in 1 day. Absolutely insane. Just crazy numbers. So if you're interested in being a part of this community, there is a link to the Patreon in the description box down below. Now, if you're not familiar with what BlackBerry is, they engage in the provision of security software and services to enterprises and governments. It offers cybersecurity consulting, enterprise consulting, endpoint management, and unified endpoint security. The company was founded by Michael Lazaridis, James Lawrence Balsillie, and Douglas E. Fragran on March 7th, 1984, and is headquartered in Waterloo, Canada. Every time I come down here and I talk anywhere here in Oklahoma, I'm on quarantine right now, but you know, when I go out to get lunch or dinner, they're like, you're not from the South, are you, son? No, I'm not. I didn't realize you can only hear your accent when you go somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's just as real as it gets. So let's take a look at the charts here, and I do want to be transparent and show you that I do have a position in BlackBerry, but keep in mind there is something I need to show you otherwise. So just to be kind of simple with what I'm saying here, I had, at about midday today, I was trading SNPW. I had scalped the stock twice. First time for about $1,000 profit, second time for about $800 profit, and I'd entered a third position. And then I got a call regarding a family situation. I don't want to get into details on the channel. The guys over the Patreon do know everything's okay, but I had to step away from my brokerage account for a second, and that wasn't what was on my mind. I was more concerned with my family, with my loved ones, and I came back to an absolute nightmare. I didn't even realize that I'd left the trade open just because everything inside me just started to panic when I got that phone call. And just to get that right off the bat, I am down immensely in SNPW. So like I said, I was scalping this. I was turning a quick profit on a couple, 10% on the first one, 9% on the second one, and then it came back to an absolute nightmare. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but if you forget to close a trade and you come back to the worst case scenario, this was absolutely it. But with that being said, I wanted to show you that I have a position in BB. I do have 235 shares at a dollar cost average of $19.65. What I'm going to do with SNPW, I will have a video out on later, and we can discuss that furthermore. But I want to show you that I do have a position in BB, just to be transparent, so you can take that for what it is. And I'm very excited about this stock. I think we're going to retest very soon here. I'm going to pull up a 10-year chart and just show you something. I think we are very likely to retest this level right here, right around 30. Oh, this is actually coming up really soon. So we are actually just pushing over this huge resistance level. And if we push over that, I think it's very likely we retest, this $39, $40 range, which would be right around here. And why do I think that? Well, if we come to the max time, the all-time, check this out. That is a very, very critical level right here. This is where we see a big, big level of support. So in a sense, we've got kind of a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. So like this could be a shoulder, this could be a shoulder, this could be a head, or you could say, no, I suppose this would be the head and shoulder. This is the head, shoulder, shoulder, neckline. Anywho, this is an important level. We've got this acting as a level of support at a very critical stage right here. And after we see a little bit of a sell-off right here, that sparks in my mind that that's a little bit of an important level as well. Now, what's an even better level to watch for? Well, I'd say probably right around here. We do see 1, almost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different touch points at $30. So I think the first box to tick off is going to be that $30 mark. And if we can push through that, I do think we are likely to see a $40 price tag on BlackBerry. They've got a lot of actually really good things about the company that they're working towards. They are trying to get into the electric vehicle game in a sense. And that'd be a whole super long video if I want to get into all the details there. If you're interested, just let me know in the description box down below. But BlackBerry does look very promising. The charts look great. We are still gapped up on the 15 VAMA over the 200 EMA. Had a pretty gnarly correction today. Not a great one, but this was your opportunity to buy into the stock without a doubt. That was the opportunity for you. So one thing that I think is a very good tool to keep in the back of your mind is sometimes it's very easy to get fixated on the daily charts and fluctuations. And I catch myself doing this too. I'm not perfect, but when you're buying into a stock, don't be caught up in the 1 minute by 1 minute fluctuations in price. Right. What matters more is the holistic view of the stock. This is where you're going to get a good idea of what you can buy in at. Right. So we see here it's sold off pretty hard after a little bit of a run up right here, peaked out after I covered it this morning, right? And then it came back down to 1742. Well, if you had a very microscopic view of the stock, if all you did was look at this on a 2-day chart, you wouldn't have really seen that as a buying opportunity. I mean, you might have because of this bit of price action right here. If we change over to the 1 minute, right? But you might not have. Or what if you just had this on today and all you were looking at is today's price action? That's an important thing to keep in the back of your mind, which is why I show you guys the 1 month chart as well as the 1 day, 1 minute chart, because it's good to have both a macroscopic and microscopic perspective of a stock when you're establishing a position, getting ready to sell a position, getting ready to improve a position. Every single piece of that matters. So just keep that in the back of your mind for the future. But this is very bullish. We've got the double bottom right here. Volume is increasing every single day. If I remember correctly, this actually has a pretty decent amount of shorting happening at the moment. So let's just take a look here at StockBot, and we can check this out very easily. Short on BB, and it will pull up how many shares are currently shorting on BB, and it is 7.13% are being shorted at this moment. We have a 555 million float with 562 shares outstanding, so not an extreme amount of demand by any means, but this price looks good. This looks like it's getting ready to run here in the after hours, which is absolutely beautiful. The trading volume is very high in the after hours, which you do like to see. This is actually about the highest I've seen it in the after hours, which is very promising. The same thing's happening now with AMC, which is absolutely filthy. I'm so excited to see this finally happening. It took a couple days to warm up, guys, but I'm telling you, we're going to keep hitting these grand slams, and BB is going to be one of them. BB is going to be a grand slam. I can reassure you that. I feel very confident. I've got about $5,000 or $6,000 in BB, and I think it is a very easy double up your money sort of play. Do keep in mind, though, there's risk involved with every single stock. This is not a penny stock, though, so usually we cover penny stocks on this channel, but this is not a penny stock, and when we dip $2, the risk isn't as high as when you dip $2 in a penny stock. You know what I mean? We saw what happened today when I had to step away for a phone call with SNPW for an hour. I'm down 44%, and that can happen in penny stocks. And I've said this time and time again, there's risk involved when they get in penny stocks. And I'm the only reason I'm showing you that is because we all think it's just rainbows and sunshine, right? We're always just going to make money. And there's opportunities where you may not. That's not the opportunity here with BB, right? So the risk isn't as high, but just for comparison, right? $2 lost on here is maybe going to be 5%, 10%, right? You lose 30 cents on a penny stock, and that can kill your portfolio. So there's a lot less risk involved with BB. It does have a very strong growth projection right now. We were trading at $6.72 a month ago. So if you've gotten in then, you're almost up 400% on your money, which is absolutely filthy. I'm loving everything about that. So that's how the 1 month chart looks right now. Change over to the 2-day 1 minute just for any last minute things that we want to take a peek at, any sort of bullish or bearish patterns. And we'll just zoom in here on the price action. And it was a little bit of selling pressure throughout the beginning of the day today. So I'm just going to delete this green circle so we can see a little bit better. Pretty harsh selling pressure. We did see, stair-stepping lower lows, which is typically, we've got that downward channel. And at some point we had to hit a bottom out, right? And when we did, it happened right at this projected 50% retracement at 1755. We did dip a little bit below that, but buyers stepped right back in immediately and pushed the price back up. So I really hope you were able to take advantage of that. I did put out a video this morning and I said, hey, I think if you see a bounce off of either 1850 or 1742, we didn't see the bounce off of 1850, right? It pushed right back through that. We saw a false break back above, but it came back down. So if you got it at 1755, I think you're doing extremely well right now. You're set up for an absolutely filthy run, and BlackBerry should treat you very, very nicely. So that is what I have for the updates today on BB. I'm going to be holding this as a midterm investment. I can see this doing some really good things down the road, and I see no reason or any sort of selling pressure to say that this isn't going to continue to run. So that is what I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link in the description box down below for TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy is an SEO optimization website that I personally pay a $9 per month membership for, and it's highly what I attribute growing from 0 to 13,000 subscribers in just over a month. So if you're a content creator or looking to become one, it is a great tool to help get your videos into the eyes of your intended audience. And if you do use my link, I'll receive a commission off of your purchase at no extra cost to you. So it's a great way to support the channel, and if you're not interested, that's totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.